Namaskar. The Perfect Yog. How easy or difficult is it to find this perfection in one's thinking? Well, it might take some time and we can always start with some practice. Do you know what Lord Krishna called this state where one can have an equilibrium of intellect? It's called samadhi or perfect yog. Sam means equilibrium and dhi means intellect. So if you're able to achieve this higher state of consciousness, you are closer to perfect yog. Arjun wants to know, who is this person who has been able to achieve such a perfect yog? What are the qualities of such an enlightened person? Not just these, but Arjun had 16 questions just for Lord Krishna. We'll come across them one by one as we progress. I'm sure you want to know how to achieve this perfect yog. One way to get closer to being an enlightened person is to give up on selfishness, not have any cravings. Now you'll argue saying you're human, and I absolutely agree with you. But this is what Lord Krishna had to say to Arjun. Running after things is not the way forward. Now we're not Arjun, but we could try. We can start somewhere small, say like helping those around us, not cheating or lying, and enjoying the smaller things in life like the rain, the sunrise, and the yummy dishes your mother makes for you. Have you said thank you to her lately? Have you helped someone lately without expecting anything in return? If not, this is a good start. Do you also know that deep within, one is always looking for such enlightenment? With practice, it seems like we'll get there soon enough. You might argue that let me just give in this one time and next time I promise I'll be more careful of my desires, wishes and wants. Fair enough. But doing something once will likely cause you to try it again. It's like a cycle. And once you're stuck in that cycle, there's no way out. That's where your intellect comes in. If you teach your mind to counter these desires, you will get better at it. Think of it as a turtle. When it sees some kind of danger around it, it puts its arms and legs inside the shell so that it can protect itself. When things look more safe, he's out with his arms and legs, ready to take on a new adventure. So next time a desire comes your way, your intellect is going to have to be like the turtle, protecting you so you can look for a higher sense for yourself. Is this who a wise person is? Possibly. One who has control over his desires and doesn't ask anything of those around him or her. One is calm, whether there's pleasure or pain. One who is accepting of everything around him or her without attachment or repulsion. One is neither too happy nor too sad and definitely not jealous. A disciplined person who can control his or her mind and body is a wise person. Fulfilling desires, or is it greed and anger? What happens when something you desire is not fulfilled? Say you wanted a new game, but you didn't get one. That would have made you angry, right? If you did get the game, you played it for some time, then you probably would have wanted another one because you got bored of the one that you already had. This is greed. So when Lord Krishna is advising Arjun about having desires, he's telling him of the consequences of giving in to those desires. The anger or the greed that comes with it. Let's look at anger. When you're angry, you are high on emotions. Something has made you upset. Your anger is not allowing you to think straight. Think of it like the mist you see on a cold winter day. If there's a cloud all over, you can see nothing clearly. It's the same when you get angry. Your anger takes over your body and your emotions don't allow you to think straight. You might say something that you will later regret. And this behavior is certainly not an intelligent one, right? Lord Krishna advises Arjun that to be an enlightened soul that he wishes to be, he must control his senses. He must be able to use his intellect to realize that desires will lead to anger and greed, and he will not achieve peace with it. To conclude, Lord Krishna has some pointers to share with Arjun. He says that there are things that will disturb his peace and he must give these up. So what are these things? 1. Material desires. The want for something which leads to disturbance in your peace. So the best thing is to eliminate it. Greed. If you keep asking for more, you're going to be more unhappy. Learn to be content with what you have. Ego. Don't show pride, it's going to get you nothing. But if you show how good a human you are, you might just get lucky. Proprietorship. We own nothing in this universe. We come empty-handed just as we leave empty-handed. So don't say you own something in this world. It's probably not true. Such was the lesson from the 2nd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. We learned of our inner self, the soul. We understood the importance of work and of performing our duties. This was a lesson in self-discipline and self-control. Dhanyavad.